convinced that I wouldn't make any mistakes today, even though I haven't done this for 5 or 6 years. But maybe that one doesn't count. You're very, very welcome to be here, and it's sort of a lovely morning with all the rain and coolness that we have, and we're grateful to come together anytime, any kind of weather. In unity, we begin everything with prayer. Let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you. If there is anything in your heart to be held in prayer, please see Gail in the chaplain's office after the service. The office is right there. Our chaplains will also pray with you during the week. Place a purple prayer request slip in the wooden box outside the office. Remember, all prayers are confidential. We invite you to join in a prayer circle immediately after the service at the front of the sanctuary for all who want to participate in a group prayer for themselves and the world. You can still meet one-on-one with the chaplain in the office, and you'll also be able to join our other chaplains to experience the healing presence and oneness of affirmative prayer. And now we're going to join Holly in singing, "Spirit is in this place." Will you rise, please?
Those of you who were in our choir last year might remember this tune.
We have come with arms wide open.
power in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good. Now, our Unity of Lawrence vision statement, together. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. Finally, our Unity of Lawrence mission statement, together. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. And now we have one of our favorite musical groups, Sugarfoot Detour. Yay!
Always have to make sure I'm in tune. Well, Holly said that the sermon today is about things that we intend, things that we like to say. So I picked a song by Diane Jones, and I think she's played here before a few years ago. And this is something that we all like to think about. Can you hear me? There it is. Is that good? Better times will come, better days will shine. Long nights be through and love will be mine. Whoa, whoa. Dollars to spend, warm winds to blow, children be fed, and kind words to know. Whoa, whoa. Boys will be home, girls safe in bed, no wars to win, and kind words to be said. Whoa, whoa. Better times will come, better days will shine. Long nights be through, and love will be mine.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Lovely. And now, our speaker today, Diane Silver, is a Pushcart Prize nominated poet and a Unity chaplain. She writes the weekly newsletter Poetry and Life on Substack. Diane Silver.
Hi there. As always, it is a great honor and a joy to speak here to you all. And if you've heard me talk before, you know that I usually start with a joke or a funny little story. I'm fond of calling quarterback Patrick Mahomes my spiritual teacher, which he is, particularly when he wins. But that may be as much humor as we get right now, because I find that I can't really be that funny right now. I don't feel very funny. And to tell you why, I have to go back to Friday night. Friday night, I had the great joy of being at Theater Lawrence. My beloved and I went and saw a Rocky Horror Show at Theater Lawrence. It was an amazing performance. I don't know if you know Rocky Horror Show. You might have seen the movie with Tim Curry and Susan Sarandon. It is a wild, campy musical with great songs and a whole lot of thumbs in the eyes to people who are a bit uptight. I think Time Warp is one of my favorite songs of all time. Yeah, some people know it. The cast, the entire cast, was really great. All of them. But the star of the show, the lead, is the person who does the Tim Curry role, which was Tim Curry played it in the movie. And in this case, it was Louise Imashee, who was amazing. Louise is a performer from Kansas City who has done many plays at Theater Lawrence. Did Hedwig, I believe, in The Angry Inch. A whole bunch of other things, and has played all around this area. Louise has presence. Louise can carry the camp and a voice and dance. And we were on our feet, giving standing ovations and cheering and dancing and singing to the Time Warp in the curtain call. I think about 45 minutes to an hour later, Louise got in their car, went on the Lawrence Loop to drive home to Kansas City, and was killed in a car accident. My beloved Annette is a good friend of hers, so she was going to be here today, but is not. I'm here to talk today about the stories we tell ourselves. We human beings are meaning-making creatures. We make meaning out of everything. Water vapor in the sky makes clouds. We lie on our backs and look up and turn them into dragons and castles and sailing ships. We make meaning out of the sun is shining. It means it's a good day and we're good people. We make meaning out of a rainy day. Does it mean we're awful people? Does it mean the crops are growing? We tell stories about everything. Stories are the way we find our way through life. What the heck story are we to say about this? I've been thinking about this in the last, 12 hours. There are a couple of stories. Louise was killed on the Lawrence Loop, which anybody who's ever driven that road knows it's dangerous as all get out. I don't think any of us should drive on it anymore. Really avoid it. They are in the process of creating a 4-lane highway, divided highway, that will make it safer. So that's one story we can tell. We can say, bad road. What was wrong with the people who built it that way? I don't know. There have been many people killed there. That's one story we can tell. Now, Louise was queer. Louise went through a journey of affirmation and authenticity to find out who Louise really was. And took us all along as they did their performances and created their own pieces. Well, we could write the story. Well, queers always die. Queers always lose. That's one story we could write. We could write the story of Annette and I on Friday night, so happy, so joyous. I didn't stop smiling until I went to sleep. We could write that story and say, you're so happy, so joyous, but something's going to hit you in the face and it's always going to go away. I don't want to write any of those stories. I don't want to live any of those stories. We live in a difficult time. That is a story, and it is true. I don't want to write that story for this situation because Louise, who died at 41, Louise sang in the true meaning of the word. You know how a bird sings? What is, I know why the caged bird sings. Okay, why am I blanking on who wrote that? Maya Angelou, yes. Louise was a caged bird who learned to sing. And Louise was able to sing so loud and so purely that we all flew up in the sky with her. What a gift to herself and to the rest of us. We're lucky enough to be there. I'm rewriting the story of Friday night. I refuse to live in a story that says every time you're joyful, you're going to get hit in the face. My story is that what a blessing that I was there to see Louise fly. And her flight was cut a little too short for me, and way too short for her friends, and way too short for her loved ones, her family. But she flew, and she showed us how. This is a story that I intend to live with, that I intend to tell. And I'm also going to tell the story that I get to cry. I've got a pile of Kleenexes over there. That I get to mourn Louise. Just as much as Louise showed me, took me up on her wings, and took me into the sky, I bet Louise would say, let's feel our feelings. We human beings are meaning-making animals. It is what we do. We can make our lives miserable and small and put them in a little tiny box with a story. We tell ourselves stories about how we're not good enough, how we can never find love, how we're not lovable, how we're stupid, how we'll never have enough money, or when we do have money, it always has to go to fix that unexpected car repair. Wah. How we can never pay our bills on time. I think it's time for us to rewrite our stories. Oh, there's another story. We tell ourselves the story that if we cry and feel grief, if we feel loss, it is bad. It is not bad. To cry and feel the loss of Louise and the other people we have lost in our lives is to honor the relationships we had with them, is to honor the love we had with them, even if it was only for the space of a performance, or the space of a few months, or the space of a lifetime. It is to give honor to them and to give honor to us. What do we do with all our different stories? We've all got to learn to be writers in our lives. We've got to learn to rewrite our stories, to rewrite our narratives. I wrote some and my mind is going blank, so I'm going to go through it here. If our story is, I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, say up until now it hasn't worked out, but I'm interested to see how this puts me on track for the future. Or every mistake I've made has taught me how to be better. Or every failure has brought me closer to where I want to be. And by the way, I've been a professional writer my entire life. I know a ton of writers. I know so many of them who have papered the walls of their writing rooms with rejections because they know they're closer to the sale. A good friend of mine just posted on Facebook that he had received his 39th rejection of the year. Awesome. He's going for a record, but he might not reach it this year. I think his record is 79 in the year. We'll see if he reaches it. And for everyone who ever told themselves a story, no one could ever love me, I haven't had the love I wanted yet. I look forward to seeing what the future brings. I will do everything I can to make certain others feel loved. And by the way, some of these notes are from a talk on a similar topic that I gave several years ago. When I gave this talk, I did not know I was going to be deeply in love at this moment. These all came true. How about this? This country can't be saved. The world is in a horrible place. How about this story instead? We are spiritual beings who have the power to transform ugliness into beauty, hate into love, barren, lifeless, ground into a garden. We are meaning-making creatures. Here is the story that I think has the most truth in our lives. Reverend David talked about it a little bit last week. I want to talk about it in a slightly different way. It comes from the famous quote that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. I've been thinking about that as I've been preparing this talk. What does it actually mean? When I first heard that quote, I thought, wow, that's so true. And since then, I've been going, but what does that mean? I think it means very simply that we are spiritual beings and human beings. We are the flesh, we are the body, we are the spirit. If we ignore our body, if we do not feed ourselves healthy food, if we do not drink water, if we do not sleep, if we do not get some exercise, we will not be able to access the spiritual being because we will be too busy being miserable, being sick, dying, yes, that. Yeah, particularly not drinking water. You go very quickly with lack of water. Dehydration. Drink water. We also, as human beings, as beings of the flesh, as beings who have emotions and hormones and weird chemicals coursing through our bodies and physical parts of our being that don't necessarily know that the past is in the past. We have to feel our feelings. We have to deal with them. We have to find a way to face them. Pretty much, I don't know if this is true, but it seems like almost everyone I meet has some form of trauma in their past or something that was just really pretty awful. Maybe you don't officially define it as trauma, but it's still pretty awful. I know for me, until I began to deal with the feelings of terror I felt from a rough childhood, of the feelings of unworthiness, of all the garbage that brought up, I couldn't reach my spiritual being. I couldn't even hear my spiritual being. I had no idea I had a spiritual being. It was like I was living in a world where there was all this static. I mean, I don't know. How many of you are old enough to remember the old black and white TVs where there would be the static on the screen? Sometimes it'd be this yay, great. And it would just be this jagged black and white stuff, and it would make this noise. Said it wasn't going to be funny. Okay. So, it has felt at times in my life as if I am going through life where there is me, my meat body, my flesh, myself, so full of emotion, so full of memories from the past, so having not dealt with my angers, my fears, my feelings that I'm not good enough, that all I could see around me was static. I couldn't even see what was really there. Couldn't even see you all. Couldn't hear. We have to take care of the body. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. But we can't even know that the spirit, we can't perceive it until we take care of the human. So if we're dying physically, can't perceive spirit. If we're miserable physically, can't perceive spirit. If there's all this static interference with our emotions from the past, we can't perceive spirit. So in other words, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. This is a true story. We have to learn to take care of the flesh. We have to learn to feel our feelings. We have to learn to work through them. This may mean going to see a therapist. I'm sorry, I have a long time good standing relationships with therapists who helped save me. It may mean going to AA or Al-Anon or something else. It may mean walking out in the woods. It may mean having a meeting with yourself. It may mean learning to play games in your mind so that you can bring it into the here and now. When you get so filled up with emotion you can't see anything, one thing that I was taught was, well, play a trick on your brain. Bring it into the here and now. Count how many things in this room are brown. Name all the states that begin with M. All sorts of silly little tricks that will bring your mind into the, oh, I'm here right now. I'm not in the trauma of the past. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We must take care of the human. But we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We must take care of the spirit. If we cut off our spirit, whoosh, which a lot of people have tried to do, it is like cutting off an arm and a leg. And eventually we bleed to death. We have to learn to be present with our spirit, with our spiritual selves. The first way to do that is to admit we have one. The second way to do it is to take the earbuds out of your ears when you're walking out in nature, to make certain you have time to be quiet and listen to that still inner voice that speaks to you. And to realize also that this spirit, spiritual beings having a human experience, this spirit that fills us up, do you realize what that does for us? Let's forget a moment for the human body that has past traumas, needs to eat, needs to drink water, all that kind of stuff. This spirit is wise. The spiritual body has a wisdom beyond anything this human body, this meat body can know. This spiritual being can rise up from the moment, can rise up from right now, where I'm grieving Louise, where I'm wondering about paying the rent, where my credit card bill is a little too high, and can see that there is more than that. That there is much more than that. Spirit is infinite. Spirit is infinitely wise. Spirit is infinitely powerful. Now, at the few times that I've been able to do this, when I can rise out of my physical body and feel like I'm in spirit, I know there is more than the bill I'm worrying about. I know there's more than the grief I have at the moment. I can see that, but I don't see exactly what it is. It's like I'm in the middle of the ocean. I know England is over there, that way. I know the United Kingdom is over there, but I can't see it. I know something important is over there, but I can't see it. All I can see is the flat line of the water on the horizon. But it feels okay. What's important at this point in our existence is knowing that there is more. Knowing that there is love. Knowing that there is infinite. Knowing that there is wisdom. This making sense? So the story we often tell ourselves is that we are frail, broken human beings, and we can't fix anything. We can't fix this country. We can't fix ourselves. We can't fix our friends. We can't fix anything. But human beings have enormous power. If you get 3.5% of the people on the street in an authoritarian country, they will overthrow the dictator. People have studied it and come up with that number. We can bring our love to the world, even if it feels like the world isn't bringing love to us. And we can rewrite the story to know that we can touch the wisdom of the divine, We can touch the wisdom of the infinite, call it God if you like, that we can fill ourselves up with all that we need. I'm going to finish up with some words that are not mine. I've given you a lot of my words. How many of you have seen the, another ad for Netflix, how many of you have seen the documentary on Netflix called Famous Last Words with Jane Goodall? Jane Goodall's Famous Last Words. Well, if you go to YouTube and you Google that, YouTube, and you search it, you will find the complete tape of what I'm going to read you part of it. Let me tell you how this worked. Jane Goodall, the famous naturalist, scientist, died October 1st. She was 91. Wow. Over 60 years of research in the field in Africa, she had revolutionized our understanding of chimpanzees, and in so revolutionizing our understanding of chimpanzees, she had revolutionized our understanding of ourselves. She had gone to Africa at a time when women weren't supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to be scientists out in the field. There was nothing but obstacles in her way, but she still went. And she did it. Now, 6 months before she died, she got together with a fellow and a bunch of robot cameras. They were all in a circle around them. And they did this documentary. It's called Famous Last Words with Jane Goodall. They did it in secret. The cameras were robots so that there would be no camera people there. The first part of the documentary, about the first 2/3, 3/4, is him interviewing her. Really fascinating stuff, worth seeing. And he's sworn to secrecy. He can't say anything about what she said to him until she's dead. And then he leaves, and he leaves her with the robot cameras, and there is no one watching her, and she records her last statement to the world. No one even looked at this until after she was died. The people who put together the video to make it able to be transmitted, they didn't even look at it. So she had full knowledge that she could say anything she wanted. There would be no repercussions. She would be dead when it came out. Now, if you do go to YouTube and search for Jane Goodall, Famous Last Words, you will find her whole one-on-one conversation with the camera. It's a little too long for right here, and I didn't really want to edit the video to show. So I'm going to read you the parts that are most relevant to what I'm talking about here. But the whole thing is worth watching. Here is what Jane Goodall said as last words. To me, to you, to you, to you, to you, to you, to all of here, everybody at home, everybody sitting back there. She said, I want to make sure that you all understand that each and every one of you has a role to play. You may not know it. You may not find it, but your life matters. And you are here for a reason. And I just hope that reason will become apparent as you live through your life. I want you to know that whether or not you find the role that you're supposed to play, your life does matter. And you get to choose the difference that you make. Don't give up. There is a future for you. Do your best while you're still on this beautiful planet Earth that I look down upon from where I am now. God bless you all. This is the story, I think, that Jane Goodall told herself of her life. And it is the story she's telling us of all of us. We all have a role to play. We all have a mission. It may make us world famous. No one else may ever know what we've done. We may have 91 years on this earth to do it. We may have 41. But we all have something we can give to this earth. And I beg you and I plead you to join Jane and Louise and me in finding our roles, in finding your roles, making this a better world. Thank you all. I don't know if you realize how beautiful you all are when I see you from up here. I've said this a couple of times, but I don't know if you get it. When people are sitting in an audience and they're not paying attention to what they're doing, they're not playing any games, they're just paying attention, a little bit. Some people paying less attention than others. But when I stand up here and the lights are such that I can see you all, my gosh, you are amazing. Use this joy, use this power, use this wisdom, use who you are. Thank you. You are a blessing.
Still meandering mind, thrive on your absence away from me. Don't throw your tireless, wearisome babbles at me. Slow, opulent light. Exhale the madness of constant thought. Drink from the oceans of wisdom and sumptuous love. Let the silence begin. Let it flow from within. Hush now, tranquility cradles the depths of your being. Exhale the madness of constant thought. Drink from the oceans of wisdom and sumptuous love. Let the silence begin. Let it flow from within. Hush now, tranquil.
As we prepare for our meditation, we will first honor the body. So sit up straight in your seat so that your breath can come through your body. Feet on the ground if it's comfortable. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe deep in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. Breathe through the center of your body, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Our body is safe, comfortable, warm, centered. Our body is safe, comfortable, warm, centered. We let go of the body for the moment. We look around us with our eyes closed. We look around us and we see the golden energy, the light that infuses every living thing. We see the light of the Spirit. We see the light within our own body. The glowing pink glow, powerful pulsing in our heart. Cold and white in our minds. And all the golden yellow love flowing through every part of our body, from the top to the bottom, top to the bottom. Let go of worries about having a skin. We let go of worries about having any physical shape at all, and we feel the energy. We are swimming in energy. We are made up of energy. We are all. We feel the all. We know it. We let go of our mind, which wants to keep us on earth. It's okay. We'll come back. I'll pull you back. I'll draw you back in just a minute. We let go of the mind and the words of the mind. We feel the love of that energy. We feel the love of who our actual self is. We feel our real spiritual body. Feel the joy of it. Take a moment to feel the energy that you are, to feel the joy, the power, the wisdom, sometimes the sorrow, but feel it all. Feel it all. Breathe in, breathe out. Moment in the silence. I will call you back when it's ready, when it's time. Know that you can come back to this place, to this knowledge, anytime you want. Know that you can know that you are more than physical anytime you want. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Feel the chair, feel the floor. Feel your back against the chair. Wiggle your toes. wiggle your fingers. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and you are all a blessing on this earth. You can go back to this state at any time you want. Come back now to this room. And so it is. Amen.
I just wanted to say it's always a great pleasure to play music here. I've always enjoyed my friend Ross coming and playing with me. And this next song I'd like to do for you, I think I wrote this about 25 years ago, give or take a year. The years kind of blend into each other after a while. But I was finishing up the lyrics, and I was with my niece, Kristen, and I said, Kristen, I need 3 words, the third word rhyming with the letter E, and it needs to explain how we are all unified. So she came up with, stupid string won't work. She came up with I am we. I thought, Kristen, you are brilliant. And I say that because when I sing the song, a lot of people don't know what I'm saying there. So that's what that is. It's been a long, lonesome time since the morning I've walked for miles. My feet are burning and bruised, but the path ahead of me seems never ending. A yellow glow that keeps me tattered and used, and the breeze keeps a sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. When the lightning struck the ground, I heard a thunder. The stones came down in a dusty wall, but the sun broke through the clouds and tore asunder the bonds of pain between us all. And the breeze keeps a sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils are draped across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain. After centuries astride this sparkling stream of misery, I am as he walked into the fate of the prophecy, the truth he told, we're all divine. He carried poor along with all the aristocracy, so we could know he left a sign. And the breeze keeps a sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils that drape across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain. After centuries of strife, a sparkling stream of misery, I am weak. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful music, powerful message. We are blessed to be here together to receive all this. The ushers have come forward for our time of thanks. I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. As the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing, I Am Alive with the Spirit of God. Please listen to this prayer of gratitude. We are grateful as we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth, returning again and again, and so it is. Amen. A special welcome to all our guests today. Thank you for joining us. For more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, please pick up a welcome packet in the foyer. We do have a special guest, Reverend Mary Wood. Reverend Mary has spoken here many times, but she is returning to her Canadian home this next weekend, so she just came to be with us, and we are honored. Thank you. Yes, of course. Yes. Opportunities. Lunch Bunch will meet at Sohau Buffet, 823 Iowa Street, following the service. Everyone is invited. We are collecting items for our animal friends at the Humane Society. You may drop off your donations at the table in the foyer before November 16th. We are creating a sacred space for women and non-binary persons to gather on the first Thursday of the month. Join us on November 6th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for deep discussions, heartfelt connections, and laughter. Next Sunday, Jay Pryor will bring us the message. Yep. Faith in Action, the practice of living our unity. Mark Winters will provide the special music. It's now time to rise as you are able and sing the peace song.